Okay, great stuff. Now let's come over to check first of all the news. Hopefully you can see my screen. If you can see, just just set a yes in the chat. If you can see my screen as well, I should be able to. Okay, good. Right, so here we have today's news. We're just approaching 7 a.m. and you can see it's actually relatively quiet for the news, we should say. Um, as you can see, Tuesday the 9th. Now, the only serious bit of news on any currency, as you can see, is the Chinese yen and also the Swiss franc. Now, we'll have a look at tomorrow's from now also, just to see if anything from today could lead into tomorrow. Sorry, my apologies there. Which tomorrow, my apologies, we do have two lots of red for the news on the US dollar. Now, typically after um, the major news week of non-farm payroll, you would tend to find the market will start to reverse and fill back the gaps that you created during the week of non-farm payroll. Now, if we go back to today, obviously there's nothing there for today. So right now it is still good to place a trade. Well, maybe look at placing a trade idea. My apologies. My apologies with the coughing as well. I had been really sick over the weekend. I still have a bit of a tickly cough, so if I do cough, my apologies. At least you know that from now. So if you've understood everything with the news, just type news in the chat as we now go to check our currency strength meter, which is livecharts.co.uk. Hopefully you'll be able to see that now. And we'll give this a quick refresh to see what's actually happening with the markets currently. And as you can see right now, the US dollar is quite weak right now. So in comparison to, like, say, the Australian dollar, Japanese yen, they're at full strength. 1 bar being its weakest and 6 bars being at its strongest. The euro is currently on 2 bars. The Great British pound is currently on 4 bars, along with the New Zealand dollar. The Swiss franc is on 3, and then you have the Canadian dollar, the Norwegian krona, and the Danish krona all on 1 bar, along with the US dollar. So, in terms of currency strength, if you've got that, type CS in the chat for currency strength as well, as we now see how that translates into the charts. Now, as we go onto the charts, I do have, as you'll be seeing shortly, I do have my surfboard scanner also. Now, one thing with my surfboard scanner is its time frames actually work best from the 1 hour chart upwards. So it's actually good for day traders also. Like, I mean, my personal trading style, I'm an intraday trader, so I would normally get up around these times, go on the charts, put whatever trades I need to on, and I'm a painter and decorator by trade, so I normally put these on before I get onto site or get into people's houses if it was a private job, and I'll be busy throughout the whole day, and I'll finish work, check the markets later, and enjoy the profits later. So that has always been my trading style, and with this it works best for that. And it does also work for all currency pairings, if anyone was about to ask that question. So here we are. As you can see, I was having a little look previously just to see what was going on with the trend, getting ready to see when it was going to look to reverse, if that was a possibility. So, and this is silver we are looking at currently right now, on the 1 hour time frame. So now I'm going to get it on the 4 hour time frame so you can get a better look. Let's get it back into view, a better view for you. There we go. Right, so currently on the 4 hour time frame, you can see from yesterday the market shot up, and as you can see, also it also gave the blue arrow to say buy and started to push up, and we had at that point we also had the confirmation where the blue line, which the blue line here indicates a buy, the red for a sell, and the white is the momentum. You can see that the blue flared up, which gave it its push up for a buy. And also down here we have what is called our MACD crossing. Get a better view for you. So the further this comes down, the market is looking to sell and the momentum is greater. Whereas if it's green and going up past this line, past zero line, it's more going for a buy, with the momentum being greater for a buy. So I'll give you an example for the buy right here. See, as the bar started going up with its momentum, so did the price. And then as the momentum leveled off and started to consolidate, so did the market. It started to go sideways a little bit as well there. Now it's trying to push up just a little bit more, but this is on the 4 hour time frame. So what we're going to do is zoom out again and look what's happened over the course of the last couple of days. And as you can see, the last couple of days, it has been going up as well. But rather interestingly, if you look here, you can see that the momentum for the actually has started to tail off slightly. Now, silver did set a new all-time high, and it is still setting an all-time high right now. Silver has never been at this value ever, and it is still looking to go up eventually, but currently like a kettle right now, it's boiling over, getting to 100 degrees. Once it's boiled, it will start to simmer down, and as it simmers down, so will the price, and it will fall slightly before it will then gain more momentum to then do its thing again from there. Well, as you can see, the price is actually currently moving live as we speak. Let's get this down to the 1 hour time frame to see exactly what it's doing. And currently right now it is kind of conflicted, as we would say. Let's narrow down the time frame to get a better idea. which is the best thing to do, which helps you get your entries. You go to the bigger time frames to get the idea of what's going to happen or what could possibly happen, and you go down to your smaller time frames to lock in your entry. This helps you to get more of a close to a perfect entry as possible. If that makes sense, type MS in the chat to say it makes sense. Okay. Good stuff. Okay, it makes sense. So I'm just going to get this in a better position so you can all see it better. Let's get this on the 1 minute time frame. It's like 5 minute time frame. In fact, just for a moment. Oops. Let's get this all in. There we go. Let's just focus like this right now. Okay, as you can see here, this is now on the 5 minute time frame. And what it's done is effectively hit these lines here. You can see the red, the green, and then the blue in the middle. Those are Bollinger Bands. And the price effectively will bounce in between them. But once it's got its momentum, you'll tend to find that it will start to either push up. And when you see that, it means it's going to go up for the buy. If it starts to slightly push down, you know it's going to go down for the sell. And as you can see, it's pushing through right now. I will be saying get yourselves ready for this idea. Now, we're not going to be going crazy with anything. We're just going to secure some profits for the day. Now, bear in mind where the price is, it would be a sell stop for definite. We want it to get some momentum before it gets there. So we'd be looking for something along these lines here. Don't worry, that's not going to be the stop loss. It's just an automatic thing that comes, how it sets on mine. Let's bring that down slightly. I'll adjust that properly, get everything back into view. All right. Now, we do have an entry price around here. So if we was to look at, me personally looking at this, I would go for so like this as an entry. Oh, my apologies. Let's get that back up again. Let's get the horizontal line up. There we go. So we're looking about 41 point, we'll go with 333. Anywhere between there and we'll go with anywhere between 41.333 to 41.300. That would be an ideal activation zone. We're going to have a nice tight stop loss as well. And the stop loss is there as a live to trade another day aid. as well. We call it an aid. Now, you don't want to risk everything all in one go. At least if it does go the other way, your capital has been protected, and for those who choose to, you could go back in a little later if you chose to. Although this would only be called out once, just to let you know. Right, so I did it with 41.333 to 41.300 for the entry. Stop loss would be 41 point 41 point, we'll go with 575. So 41.575. Now a good for take profit one, I would have said around here, which is going to be 41.000. So it will be 41.000 for TP1. TP2 is actually a bit roughly about there. So TP2, we are going to go with 40.750. 40.750. I know that this isn't exactly on it right now, but I have called it on there, so don't worry if it's not perfect right now. That could be done later. And take profit 3 is going to be, you know, we're gonna go with a nice shorter take profit 3 today. We're gonna go with 40.4. 40.4 for take profit 3. Reason why I've not gone any further is because I'm also looking and back testing to where the market has been previously. And as you can see, it's only wicked around there. It's not been a solid candle as such in the past. And I'm looking in this area right here. So based on that, that's why I've called it as 40.4. Hopefully that makes sense to you all. If it makes sense, drop a 5 in the chat. Okay, so our entry, I'm going to type this up to obviously put into the group also. Let me get that started now. So here we have silver on a sell stop. And the entry zone is 41.333 to 41.300. Stop loss is at 41.575. Take profit 1 is going to be 41.000. Take profit 2 is going to be 40.750, and take profit 3 is going to be 40.400. Now, I have done this markup on the 4-hour time frame, but it also be for the 1-hour time frame also. So 4 and 1-hour time frames. So when you are placing a trade and placing this pending order, please make sure you use correct risk management also. Okay, if you've got those placed as well, you could type in the chat. Let's say you've got that placed, or type done in the chat. Okay, great stuff. There we go. So bear with me one moment. Where have we gone? There we go. So you should see that pop up. If I can find it again. Where's it? You should see that pop up. There we go. Any moment now. There we go. So that is going to be our one solid idea for the day. And we'll see how this pans out. I will show and have a quick glance on GBP USD, because I know that was an idea that was called out from last week. And based on the idea called out from last week, you can see that it went up. I told everyone to move the stop loss up in profit to secure it. It did come down and hit that stop loss up in profit, and then it carried on all the way to hit all the remaining TPs. So GBP USD did do its thing, and you can see it right there. Now, I do suspect it is going to fall, and if it does fall, I'm not going to be calling this out, by the way. This is just purely for educational purposes. If it was going to do anything, we can come back and check on this tomorrow. If you really must, you can screenshot this as well. Oops. You can screenshot this as well, just for educational purposes. And be looking at something like this for now. That would be, the movement would be looking to see roughly with GBP USD. And that entry would roughly be around the take profit 5 from the previous trade, which was 1.35700. We'll see how that looks tomorrow, but as I mentioned, we do have our one trade to come back to, ready for today going into tomorrow, which will be silver. See how this pans out. I hope you all enjoyed today's session. We are going to be back again, same time tomorrow. If there's any updates, it will be in the main chat that we are all in. And we will hopefully be back with profits as well. Thank you all again for jumping on, and thank you for bearing with me, even though I'm slightly under the weather today. But yeah, thank you for bearing with me with that. Thank you all again, and see you all tomorrow. I'll play us out again. Thank you, and